Hey everybody, this is Chris with Quilter Labs. Today I want to walk you through how to get tone on the Elevate. So approaching tone on the Elevate is similar to approaching tone in real life. You start with an amplifier and a speaker, and then add your effects to the chain as you go. So let's get started. New copy. We want a new preset. There we go. We're going to call this one BNB, Back in Black. Okay. Save. And we're starting out with basically nothing. So by default, the gate and the cab will be on just so we have a basic set of tone functions available. We're going to start by getting our amplifier. So gain, I'm going to crank this up to about, say, 7. Back in Black wasn't a particularly high gain thing. So core gain sounds good. Let's just roll through a few of these different sounds here. That's kind of good. Thick chug. Oh, there we go. That big meaty mid-range. Not too bad. All right. Let's go ahead and make that our custom mode. So we'll start there. I'm going to back just a little bit of the tilt off on that first one. So it's not too zingy at the top end. I want it a little bit louder, so let's just turn the level up while we're working here. So I'll crank that up to about 7 to be. Okay, that's not too bad. I like that. We'll save that. Go to cab and focus. Lively. A little bit on the fizzy side. Aggressive. That's not bad. Chime. I want something thick. Well, thick. Let's try thick. I like it. We'll save that. And we don't have to save every step as we go. It's just a habit of mine. All right. So generally speaking, I got that. That's not bad. Let's add some EQ. Since I don't really feel like working with both EQs, I'm just going to turn pre-EQ over to using post-EQ. Frequency and Q. And post EQ we're going to set as a 4-band 600. We'll do that. Okay. All right, let's go and make some adjustments. I want a little more punchy mid, so I'm going to go at about 850 for my mids. We'll knock off some lows, punch up our mids just a little bit. And maybe high, we'll punch up a little bit of the high because it tended to have a little bit of brightness to it. We're getting there. Okay, cool. Now that we've got our amplifier and cabinet set up and our basic EQ function set up, let's dive in a little bit to adding some of the effects that we would sprinkle around the amplifier and the speaker, starting with compression. Now, AC/DC tended to use, I think they used some sort of like what was it? A wireless input that went between the guitar and the amp, and that gave it kind of a natural compression. So we'll throw a little bit of that. I want to take some of that bias off. It just still sounds a little biasy to me. Okay, so let's go into bias. We'll knock that down to, say, 10. And squish is fine at 10. Okay. I want a little crunch. Cool. All right. So one of the other thing that we might look at is we'll set our gate mode up to humbucker, but Angus Young used to really kind of multi-track, so they would make a whole bunch of layers of guitars. So this very much sounds like a guitar that's pretty close tonally speaking, but I'm going to add in what's called the detune doubler. And the detune doubler basically functions for us as a type of I guess the best way to explain it would be, and I'm going to turn it way down. It makes it sound layered. There we go. Okay. Now let's just kick a little reverb on. Since they typically would just use the sound of the room that they were working in, we'll go with room. Try that. And there you have it. Quick and easy. Back in black. Okay, now that we've created this preset, let's say we want for our solo, we want to have something that's just a little bit louder, maybe a little bit brighter. What we're going to do, go over to B and we're going to hit new copy again. And in this case, we're going to do a form of copy. We're going to import to this preset's B, okay? We're going to import from, and we can choose any function we want here. But in this case, we're going to do it from the front of the B&B, the one we just created. And we're going to import A and overwrite B. And just like that, we just have exactly the same thing that we had on A. Now what we're going to do is we're going to increase that level slightly. We'll go up to, say, 9 dB. And we're going to brighten that up a little bit. So post EQ, a little bit brighter, and we'll do a little more mid-range, maybe a little more presence. And there you have it, your tone with Elevate.